Hi everyone, Mark here at MKS Simple Gamer, and welcome back to Pyraxis. This is the very Edencraft. I'm trying to tame this planet, terraform it. This is episode 3. In episode 1, I made a very slow start. Episode 2, as you can see, I managed to get iron ore production up, and I am now producing iron plate and iron rods through these two parts. Unfortunately, I struggled to find copper. Copper seems to, well, it's not very common in this area. Eventually, as I was exploring, I finally found it, and I go out of my drone. Oops. Right, if we turn that way, up on the compass at the top of the screen, as we turn to the southeast, that is where I found the copper deposit, somewhere over there behind this hill or mountain. It's a long way away. Now, before I can actually get proper production up and running, I'm going to have to do some planning, because I'm going to need to bring the copper over here to join the iron, and I'm going to need to place a warehouse somewhere around there. Not very level ground, but warehouses, fortunately, when you build them, they will level out the land beneath them anyway. But I also need to get production of rock up and running, because it's a quirk of mine that I don't like building miners, forgers, parts producers on uneven levels with belts running up and down like nobody's business. So what I will want to do is produce a load of rock to create cement, and then I'll create concrete platforms on which to build my machinery and my warehouse. So first things first is to get organised, ready to do that. So let's go gaming. Start with, let's have a look at the resources I currently have and the things that I'm going to build. So in my tab, so eat a bit of food, so I'm up to full health. Yeah. So I'm going to have to start grabbing some of that copper resource in order to move forward with everything else. So, out at the copper deposit, I'm going to need to build one of those. So I need to make sure that I've got 20 iron, so 6 iron plates, 6 iron rods, 4 gears and 4 cement. Oops. Right, iron. That's all iron. That one doesn't have any cement, but take that, of course. Right, gears. I need to make rods first. So, gear production done, iron rod done. Plates, I'll need more plates because obviously I'm going to run conveyor belts around. I need a forge, so the next thing to do is plate production's finished. The forge, right, a few more plates and some more cement. Another 10 more plates. Cement, which is rock. So just to start with, just going to have to harvest that from the ground. Yeah. Quickly do that. Right, my energy's run out, just let that recover. Grab some more. Right, energy's run out. So, go turn that rock into... What are you going to make? 63. No, it's divided by 3, is 20 something. Or maybe it was 30. No, there we go, 22. Right, I'm also going to need to build... I can't remember if that copper deposit was in a hot area, but... There we go, that's the machine I build. Some plates and some iron. So, make some extra plates. And extra iron rods. Right, just check my health. Yep, I don't need any food. Power obviously replenishes naturally. Oxygen, O2. How much oxygen have I? Oops. I've got 1 oxygen cylinder. So I'll need to make some more stink. I'll actually make a base. Why not? Change of mind. Right, I've got enough to set up a base. That'll supply me with the oxygen. Just a quick check. Can I actually make any oxygen? I need some quartz. Do I have any in my store? Quartz. There we go. One, two, three. So, 5 oxygen capsules. I must remember the difference between capsule and cylinder or tank. Right, let's go sort roaring. And there it is. Oh, there's some basalt here. So while I'm thinking about resources, once I'd spotted that, went back to my base. Right, that looks like iron ore there. And there's obviously into cement. Can't see any other reason. So it's hot here. So the first thing to build, home. Which way's home? Home is in that direction, somewhere. So what I'll do is this. I will place it. And still how it is? Yes, it is. Do I need 2 of these? Try a second one. Place it next to it. Tell you what, this is the problem with place you side by side. Right, that will have to do. And yeah, it's cool now. Good. Work here. Need a flat area. There, having. So what I'll do is I will use my what you can do here, cheat slightly. Do is cement. Do I should give me the resources back. Oops. How big an area? Need one more left. One more. Yeah. Now having resources. Do you will ignore that one. There. Oops. Still not enough resources. Wrong. Oh, I'm out of cement. Right then. There. I'm keeping this base anyway. Build a workbench and 2 iron ore. It's very basic, is one there. There, isn't it? Indeed. In case I need it, take a couple. There we go. Right, I keep the base. Oxygen goes up. And we'll right. Let me clear this. Said I needed a bit more cement. So some rock. Make that cement. I think it was over here. And delete that one. So this single base unit will keep me going for oxygen, and I now have a workbench, some basics. Have a quick look what I needed. There we go. Nice flat area. Bye. I could open it. Really, that's into there. fact, I'm gonna... Right, this is the working area. Proper. Just gonna put one of those down there so I don't... Okay. I know. Oh. There. And we'll do the forge. Slide. Out. Oh, that's way up. That's better. Pull it away a little bit. Now let's go for the belts. So, from the mine. It's too close. So crooked. Right, one more shot. Tell you what, folks, you can come back in a moment after I've sorted this out. Okay, and we're back. And what I've done is, I've cheated. Well, is it a cheat? Tell you what I did just after I flattened that area a bit more. If you build a base, one of those, over the top of a deposit, provided your starting level, the base, in my case that was down here, it will remove the ground from beneath the deposit and the deposit will drop down, and it's dropped down to this level. It means I can now build miner. Forge. And yes. That should be better. Is he? There we go. Not perfect, straight. Anyway, that now means this forge is going to do. I'll bring you. Now, what I will need is copper plates and copper wires. Remembering that this is only a temporary situation, until I can take these resources back towards my home base. Drone's always useful, as long as you can see better. Right. Need to first one. Tell you what, that's not first one. Build first is a splitter. Oops. Go on. And then place the belt there. There. That's a nice little curve. I'll do. Right, the splitters. So we're going to have one to go there. There we go. 2 parts producers, 1 part producer, giving copper plates, the other one making cable. The copper plates will be important for making circuit boards, and cables are other items definitely going to be needing to distant. So, let's have a look at production. Let's just check on power. Power. Forge. And just so that's working as fast as I can. I just need to wait around much of this. Oh, cables very quick. It reaches. There we go. Right now. Check. This is somewhat slower because it's using 2 ingot to make it slower. While I wait, go into my base so I don't run out of oxygen. Flashlight off, I don't need that. Let's eat something. Right here. Light production. So 20, 34. That'll do for now. So what I'm going to do now is head back home. And we'll start looking at and while I'm passing I will take iron plate and leave the machinery to it. Here we go. Somewhere in me. Right, so those are quite a bit of rock on. On the copper side, so let's make some cement with that. Right. With copper plates I can make next O2 tank, improve oxygen supply. There we are. Now we're going to jump up from 240 to 310. Now, planning. As I said, I want to start production of concrete. So I need a mine out on rock, forge to create concrete, and then gather the concrete to start making the platforms on which I can build everything that I want. And that will include a warehouse. So I'm going to pin the recipe for the house. So I need iron plate. I got that. I need more cement. I need glass, so I'm going to need to get some silicon. I'm going to find more quartz, and I've got enough cable to do that. Right, I will leave it at this point, and I hope you liked the video. If you did, click on the like button. If you want to see more videos, click on subscribe and hit the bell for notification. So in the next episode, somewhere over there, I'm going to be mining rock, create cement. I'm going to have to find a quartz supply from somewhere. I know there's some in the cave over there. I'll go explore them and gather from. I'm still going to need to find an actual quartz supply. And then once I've got enough glass, I will then be able to build a warehouse, and I will level this area out over here. That's where I will begin my production. So thank you for watching, and until next time, keep on gaming.